Heal with X.
Welcome to Heal with Us, where we aim to inspire, strengthen, and empower.
Now let's begin to heal.
Hey y'all, I'm Toya, and I'll be investigating the business of everyday people like you and I.
Blessings. I'm Dr. Nikkisha Bell-Griffin, and I'll be checking in on your heart.
Hi, I'm Tam from the Nerd's Corner, and I'll be giving you fun facts that you didn't know you needed, because I'm just nerdy like that.
Now that you met us, let's get in your business. All right, on today's episode, I wanted to talk about what's in a name. So, do you feel like people with certain names act similar with other people that have the same name?
I do.
You?
I do too. Yep.
Any names come to mind?
I will say there's a couple. Let's see. Let me think on, because I don't want to misspeak.
Okay.
Oh,
So
no.
let me think on it.
I have a list.
Oh, she has a list. Okay. Let's hear her list.
All right. So, and this is just honestly people that I met with the names and how I have seen them. Like, I'm not saying this is you, but let's see. All the Briannas that I know are like the tree hugger type. The Christies are down to earth and low key funny. The Connies that I know are business ladies that are always in people helping mode. The Nicoles I know are all bougie and fun to be around.
I don't know too many Nicoles.
I'm trying to think of them. Yeah. Well.
I know 3, and all 3 are bougie, and you like being around them. They're gonna have a good time. Crystals that I know are truthful and forever friends. Let me see. The Jessicas I know are honest and can't hold a secret.
I don't know
Jessica's.
The Marys I know are all old souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Sharons that I know are all focused and are the ones that like get things rolling. Like if it's a project to be started or somebody has an idea, they'll be the one that kind of get the ball rolling. Let me see. The Melanies that I know keep you laughing and are thoughtful at the same time.
I don't know any Melanies.
Though these were like, I had to know at least 3 or more before I added them to my list. So that's all the ones that I know, at least 3 of them.
Okay. For me, I would say Kim. All the Kims I know, and I know at least 3 are hilarious. Like, drop dead, my side hurt, my cheeks are burning, funny. Like, Lindas are all business people. Like, they take care of business. They're good with money. Leaders. And who else? Do I know any other people? You said 3 or more people?
I mean, that was just my rule. I had to know at least 3 of them.
I'm trying to think from a male perspective. I don't know too many males with the same name. So those would be my examples.
Okay. I do know 3 Raymonds. They might all be in the same bloodline, but whatever. Right. They are all like outdoorsy, down to earth, and like funny at the same time. Family men.
That might be cheating a little bit though, but yeah. But that is true because sometimes kids are completely opposite from their parents. So yeah, I can't. I mean, I don't really. And that's funny because I'm teaching, and I'm, as a teacher, I'm trying to think of students that like have had the same name, and I don't come across that often. We're not in the same. No, I haven't. Not really. Maybe once or twice, which is
Wow,
weird.
that's weird.
It is weird, considering how long I've been teaching. But I will say, I've seen a few Tanishas in my life, and they're all to me like boisterous, outgoing.
Yep.
Very like fill the room up, fill the
Yes.
space up. And I agree with the Lindas. Very like, to me, just kind of like in control, kind of like a strong, just natural born leader. Aprils, I've known a few Aprils, and they're to me very confident in their skin, creative, and just like nurturers, or even if it's like the hard, firm nurturer, it's still like I want
agree
what's
with
best
that.
for you. And I'm
Aprils I know are religious too.
Okay, well, I would say spiritual.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. But I can't really think of anybody, like a lot of people that I've known that had the same name. Brittany, maybe, very like bouncy. I don't know, like carefree. I don't know. I can only think of bouncy, like carefree.
That's the one you said
Bubbly.
was a tree hugger.
Bubbly.
No, Brianna.
Oh, Brianna.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I can't think of any other names. Those are kind of like the people that have come across my path that share a common name, but.
And then I'm just gonna make us do our own names,
Oh,
like
Lord.
all the Toyas. I'm a Toya, so I
Okay.
can say this: we are definitely some weirdos.
Okay.
All the ones I've met,
Okay.
including LaToya, the famous one. We own it, yes.
Okay. She said we own
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
I agree with
Oh.
that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're fine with it. We're fine with being the weirdo.
Different.
Yeah.
And that's true.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And okay with that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I've met maybe not directly, kind of encountered people whose name was actually Nikkisha. Like that's I usually have my whole name, but we spell it different all the time. But I don't know. I can't really say because I wasn't like friends with them. We were just kind of like in the same network or something. So I would have to say maybe serious. I mean, because the type of situations that I encountered them in were things where it was like to improve their self, whether through professional aspect or spiritual or whatever. So I don't even know if I want to say serious. I'll just say very maybe self-aware and what's another word? I don't know. Y'all help me out. I can't.
Oh, well, I was gonna say might yoke you up and get you on the right path. In the most loving way. Like I'm gonna just. Why are you doing that? All right, let me gently fix your shirt for you. Okay, you can go now. That's Nikkisha's.
Don't you?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I can't think of anything else though. But
For me, the Tamaras that I've met, and it's so weird. It's 3 areas: science, theater, acting, music.
And that could go for Tamara or Tamara.
Right. And I would say the Tamaras I've met are creative as well. Like and creative in a way where it's like seems like it's always linked to just business aspect, like making oils, essential oils, or cakes, and like really creative cakes. Not you for this part, but
She does though.
But she does. She probably does.
She
but
does.
Like, well, when I say making cakes, I mean like the decorating part too. I don't know if you do all that.
I'm pretty sure
the
she
pretty,
does.
Okay. So yeah, they do things like that. That like it's not just creative.
It's all about
and fun,
presentation.
but it's
Aesthetic.
Yes, very all
That's
about
the word.
presentation, and it can make lots of good money.
It's more fancy.
So yeah, I would say that.
You know more Tamaras?
I do.
Oh.
I do. Yeah.
I just feel like my name is not as common.
All right.
You're the only Tamara. Everyone else is the other one, the other way.
Oh, thank you for not
that I
saying
won't
it.
say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
it
I
made you a
know,
little
but the other
upset.
Tamara that I know is Tamara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is Tamara. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all I have. I just wanted to talk about, names that I came across that
Okay. That was
I
pretty
noticed
cool.
that they're similar.
I like that. That was very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. Well, hello again. How is your heart, everyone? I am going to continue this conversation, but of course, bring it in a different direction. I want to know, we're talking about names. And what was your title?
What's in a name?
What's in a name? I want to know two things. What do people call you or have people called you? And I mean, like, it can be your name, but also just like labels. And what do you call yourself? name-wise and label-wise, to kind of sum it up, make it simple. So who wants to start?
She looks like she wants
She
to.
does, yeah.
Do
yeah,
I?
yes. Let's get her first. Let's get Tam
Okay,
first.
you said what people
Yeah, so what have people called
Called
you?
you. Okay. I've got Tamara, Tamara, Tamar, Tambra, Tammy. I've gotten Tamira. I've just gotten so many different pronunciations, and most of the times it's Tamara. Now, Tamara's my alter ego. You see her when she gets hungry. When she's
Oh.
hungry or sleepy,
Oh.
Tamara will
Okay.
say, hi, hello.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but those are the things. And then what I call myself, that was the second.
Yes.
Girl.
Well,
Child.
we know Fatty McGee is one.
Fatty
Fatty
McGee.
McGee, we know that
Fatty
one.
McGee. Fatty McGee.
Yes.
Stuffy McStufferson. HR shoving stuff.
What is that?
Yeah.
HR shoving stuff.
Like I
You
have
being an HR person, you being like what does that mean?
Bless
What
her.
does that mean? I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, that does not mean that. That
Okay.
means I'm rushing somebody. Like, come on, let's get it done.
Okay.
HR shoving stuff.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
yeah.
But that's kind of like administrative.
She thinks you were
You know?
an HR person like that.
Oh no, no.
Like,
The
let me
HR was just to throw it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
was like,
all.
okay, bossy. Go ahead. Go for it.
No.
No, that's what I was interpreting that as.
Oh no,
Okay.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no. It
Okay.
was just rushing. and
Okay, gotcha.
Going and let's go. We got a
Okay.
schedule.
Okay, got you.
We got points and
Got
bullets.
you. Got you.
To-do list.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna double back on that in a second.
Okay.
What about you as far as names
That people call
that
me
people call you?
crybaby, spoiled brat.
Even now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Spoiled brat. Yeah, that's pretty much. That's
That's
pretty much.
it. That's all.
Okay. No, I think there's some positive things in there.
Mm, what else?
Rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rose is so kind and
Yeah.
sweet.
That's kind of the crybaby side, ain't it?
No.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. Nosy. Yeah.
Okay.
People say that I'm kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you call yourself?
Myself. Just Toya, I think.
She thinks.
I think.
Toya.
Or Simone.
Toya. Okay.
Sometimes Simone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I think,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And why do you call yourself Simone?
Well, it's not a happy story.
But I mean,
It is
another
my
name?
middle name.
Thank you.
However, it's also my fake name that I use, so the crazy people can't find me in the world.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It is,
So,
it is.
but
I
yeah.
like that. We must protect ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now my cover is blown.
Right. Now you're gonna have to come up with a new one.
I just thought of another name. For some reason, I think I discussed this before. People call me Kizzy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
My
Talk
husband
about
calls
that.
me Kizzy, but
Yes.
other people have just out of the random.
That is so weird.
Called me Kizzy.
Because I would never connect you to Kizzy.
That's
but
a strong person.
But
though.
that is, because Kizzy is Kunta's daughter, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. For me, it's been Nikki, Keisha, Keisha Booze, as my mother calls me. Kiwi, as my husband calls me.
I just think that is so cute, and I cannot wait to hear him slip
my
up and say it.
gosh. He's not going to say it in public.
I'm gonna hear it. One day I'm gonna
she's
hear
gonna
it.
And Nikkisha, of course. I've been called by my middle name by one or two people before in the past, Doris. I think that's it. And
Out of
Doc. I'm sorry,
all
Doc.
my
or Dr.
long-
BG.
Long living life.
Dr. Long living life.
Yeah, my long living life. I never knew your middle name. What's your middle name?
Doris.
What?
I didn't know that you didn't know
never knew
that.
I
That's
like that
weird.
name. That's
Well,
pretty.
I appreciate you.
I don't like my middle name, but okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
And I get
don't know
called.
your
My
middle
husband
name.
calls me that.
I don't even know your middle name.
Lakeista.
Oh, that's pretty.
Hmm.
Lakeisha. I like
What
that.
was that noise?
I know, that is cute. I love that. Lakeisha, that is different. Makes you feel like you're saying something in Spanish or something. I don't know. But anyway, myself, I'm like,
dance.
oh, excuse me. And what I've also been called is Toya.
Oh, I have definitely
Yeah.
been called
I don't know
Yeah.
how you forgot that. So
Yeah.
I've been Toya
We could
many
be
times.
together.
Yes.
And they will say, hey,
Hey,
Keisha. Oh, hey,
Toya.
Keisha.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said that already.
I've heard that before.
Or,
Yeah.
hey, Toya. She's right there.
Yeah.
That's Toya right there.
We
So,
still
yeah.
love y'all. It doesn't matter. At
Yes,
least y'all know we're
exactly, yes.
the
Get it
same
right.
family.
Keisha, Toya. And I even had glasses for years, and
And
I
it
was
still
still
did it.
Toya. Okay.
Mhm.
But for myself, I just call myself Keisha.
We
most
do
of
have
90%
a
of the
mutual
time.
name, too.
What?
Ketoya.
Oh.
I've had that.
Yes.
They don't know which one it is, so they
Right.
just smush them together.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
yeah. That is
Yeah.
true. All right, so now take it on a deeper level. What
Of
have you
course.
been called, labeled, as far as just like you were talking about certain people's names, they're bougie.
Yeah.
You know, like things like that. Labels that can be true or could have been negative and impacted your self-perception, you know, in a bad way, you know. So, yeah.
I had to take a deep breath. A shoeholic.
The shoe fits.
I knew something was going to come out. I knew the slick at the mouth.
Popeyes.
I don't like it.
Mooch.
Oh.
Bougie. Bug eyes. Shorty. Which I just don't like that. I'm trying to think what else. Grumpy, evil, like just like just bad things. So
I
Do
don't
you
believe
think of
any of
anything
that.
positive?
anything positive? No.
Okay.
No.
So what do you call yourself? How do you label yourself?
I label myself as me. Just me.
Who is me?
Her.
And her is look.
What
get
I
me
label
minds
myself
going.
as? I don't know. I don't know.
I need you to come up with something. I'm coming back to you.
Okay.
I'm coming back. Okay.
Okay.
Toya.
Okay, ask me the question, too.
So what have people labeled you as or called you?
Okay. Pretty much a lot of the things that I said. And emotional. I'm trying to, I don't know how to say this as a label, but I get misunderstood. I might say one thing and
I
it's
don't get
taken
that.
the wrong way. It could be on purpose, probably, with
No.
this type of person that says they don't understand me.
Okay.
Let me see. What else? I said all the things, I think.
Okay. Anything
the,
from
you know-
like when you were younger, like things that might have just stuck with you that were good or maybe not so good? Or...
P baby.
Oh my God.
What did Cassie say?
Maybe I might used to wet the bed when I was younger.
But that was nice compared to Aunt Cassie.
Oh, I don't get your kids out the room. Pissy pole cat.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was too little to know that it was offensive, so it's
Right.
fine. I'm
Yes,
fine.
yes.
I grew up
And
great.
she didn't
It's great.
say it like an offensive
No.
way.
Okay.
She would be like playful
Joking,
with it.
yeah.
But yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What else when I was little? I mean, I was just a crybaby. So
Yeah,
that was
That was
known.
what stuck with you.
That
the
was
most.
through and through.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
no one would babysit me because they knew I
okay.
would cry until my mommy came
Yes,
home.
and how dare that woman try to put your stuff on me? The family
No.
member. The family member.
First
Got us
of all,
confused.
No, she did not get us
Oh,
confused.
she did.
She
'Cause
was
she
sure
called
of her
me-
story.
Girl, she called me the crybaby.
She literally had dates and receipts that she was the crybaby because I was too little to be the crybaby at that time.
How were
So
you too little?
literally, she taught me how to be a crybaby because she used to be a
How
crybaby
dare
before
she.
me.
And you are a teacher.
This lady was
But,
like,
excuse me.
no. I watched you. That one was in diapers, and you cried the whole time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I probably said, because I didn't know you, lady. I had a great excuse.
It didn't
wasn't
sound
just
like it was
class.
a one-time incident. I'm just saying.
Oh.
And I had the
But-
lady repeat the story at least 4
Yeah,
times
she
while we
really
were there.
did.
Can
I
you
don't
tell me
believe
again
her. I
who was
think
the
she got us-
crybaby?
I think she
And
got
she
us mixed
said
up.
that one.
Yeah, but I think she was confused.
Yeah.
Oh.
And furthermore, I didn't cry anymore. Like, who do you remember crying all the time when you came to our home?
Not for no reason. It was good reasons.
Girl,
Feelings
you
hurt.
would cry for no
Feelings
reason.
hurt is a
Her
good
mind.
reason.
In her mind.
But nobody hurt your feelings.
Everyone did.
No, you
Me.
would just cry because you couldn't get your way.
Right. That's for hurting your feelings. Everyone wants to get their way.
See how we can just tell ourselves these things?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
normal. You don't get
Yes.
your way. It's upsetting. You're going to cry. Duh.
She was the only one.
Yes. But I wasn't going to say that part.
Someone's
right.
with me on this. I know it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Someone
chime
has my
in
back.
If you can relate
Right.
to Toya.
Somebody
Chime
has
in,
my back.
Chime in. Yes. Yes. So, what do you call yourself? Like in the past or in the present?
I would say, and I don't. Some people take offense to this, but I think survivor. Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would take offense to that.
I don't know. I know that some people do, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, for, ooh,
I know. That's their problem, not yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
good way to say that. Good way to say.
Yes. I think for me, okay, like on a negative note, I can remember being called Four Eyes. What else? The negative things. Probably, I don't know if this was in my head or
no.
it was actually said, but maybe like nappy head because
I do
you know,
recall
we
that
were,
as a kid.
yeah, and it was
don't
black
remember that.
people, like other
I
black
don't
people,
remember
and
that. Wow.
we just have issues because why would you say that
Say
about
that to a
anybody?
child.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or period.
and I'm trying to think what else. And I think, like I told y'all before, like things were not necessarily said, but I felt it. Oh, I do remember a family member saying, "Oh, you were so cute as a baby. I don't know what happened."
Oh.
Yeah, she said that out her mouth.
Where's
said
she
that.
at?
She said that, girl. She
Huh,
said
and
that.
how thick are her
But she-
glasses?
I don't know if that's
Clearly
a compliment.
can't see.
I don't
She
know.
can't see is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so people just kind of think that that's okay, and I think me and Toya, like, we were very close in age and as just close besties for a while. Still are, but just
Yeah.
different
I
ways.
was gonna
'Cause,
say for a
like,
while.
for
Yeah.
life, you know, just our relationship has changed, but we're still close. But the comparison was annoying, you know, like, and then my mom used to dress us alike, so it was kind
Which
of like,
I love.
I mean, I think I would have enjoyed it, but then it was kind of like I felt the, you know,
outgrew it.
I could, I
Yeah.
could feel the
Yeah.
comparison,
Yeah.
and it just, to me, it started creating in me a sense of insecurity. And I'm glad it didn't create competition. Like, we never try to compete against each other, but
Yeah.
it definitely made me feel like shrink as a person. Like, I'm not my own
That's
individual
not in
beautiful
her
self.
spirit.
It's
But
not.
it is weird
Right.
because you had your own identity.
Right.
But you have always been a part of my life. So
Right.
I whatever she do, I want to do it too. So because
Yeah.
I didn't really see myself as like separate from you, I think,
Right.
until, we got older.
Right.
But it was
yeah.
just like she's always been there, like she
Yeah.
belongs to me, like she's a
Yeah.
part of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we're together.
Yes,
Forever. Yeah.
yeah.
But those were kind of like the negative things. Like, I'm not, and it just translated as I'm not good enough, you know. But then the positive side was, oh, you're smart, you're organized, you're, it's just something like I would hear people say every now and again, like there's something special or unique about you. Like, I just, so like you're going to do something with your life or whatever, which was a big deal considering where we came from. So, and only seeing what was right in front of you, it was like, what do you mean? But so those were kind of positive labels or messages and then I would tell myself the negative before I walk through healing, like, you suck, you're not good enough, you know, you have to have it perfect. And then through the healing process, it was, you're okay just the way you are. You're enough. You're beautiful. You're valuable. You know, but it took time to get there. And I still have to check myself with the comparison thing. Like seeing other women doing amazing things, you know, just embodying who they are and no kind of like inhibitions. It sometimes makes me like intimidated. Like, oh my God, how do they do that? But then just remembering, I am me. There's only one me. There's only one you. I just have to embrace who I am regardless to, you know, what I perceive as better. Because really it's not better. It's just different. You know.
Yeah, so, I'm the same way with comparing. Like, I cannot stand comparing. I'm like, no, it's complimenting one another. It's not better than you or you're worse than me.
Right,
no.
right. Learning to appreciate those differences and valuing each other for what you bring to the table. So, yeah. So I think it's important to have conversations like this because what you call yourself at the end of the day is very, what's the word? It's like a life marker. Like it's very impactful for how you're going to move throughout life, how you interact with others and yourself, you know. And I think when I realized that the things I was calling myself and not realizing I was calling myself or labeling myself these things was hindering me from showing up really in my true self, my true authentic, flawed self. Like, I don't have to have it all together. Just show up and be who you are. So, you know, it took a long time to get there, but, you know, I'm in that place now, thank God. So, yeah. Well,
and it's a moving needle. Like every day you got to shift and move.
Yes. I like how you said that. It's like just when you think, oh, I have arrived, child. Something comes up and you be like, I have not arrived. Hold on. I got to work. I got to back up a little bit. I got to work on this. Hold on. But that's just life, you know. That's just how it's going to be. So, yeah. And we're supposed to come back to you. Because what do you call yourself? Her.
Pop cheese.
Yes. Yes.
I would say zealous.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
That could be definitely a strong point, you know, as long as it doesn't take you over the edge.
Yes. No, wouldn't ever go over the edge.
Okay.
I don't like not having control.
Okay.
I like Z words.
Oh, Lord. Okay. That's
Xylophone.
random. That's random. It's random. So what comes to mind when you say that?
Just me and the way that I handle my business, the way I move throughout life or have moved and continue to move.
Yeah.
Very
Since you were little, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Everything that you have done, it could be going to the playground. I want to be a part of that because I know she's looking for like the best experience out of this. Yeah. Playing an instrument, like I mean, whatever it was that you were doing. Yeah. You really do. That does embody you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I chose wisely.
You did. You did. Very self-aware. Good job. Good job.
Look at me.
Yeah. Okay, ladies.
Like your zeal.
Oh my God. She just wants to say the Z word. That's all. Well, thank y'all for joining in on my conversation. And remember, guys, to guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. Peace.
Hello. Welcome to the Nurse Corner. Get nice and snug, like a bug in a rug. Yes, let's get comfortable. So I am on a roll. I am actually going to stick to topic again.
Right.
Look at me doing all the things. I mean, I'm shocking myself. So we're talking about what's in a name. So I'm going to give us some backgrounds about every one of our names. Okay,
I'm curious.
So I'm going to start way over there. Okay. Toya. So, did you know that the U.S. popularity of your name or the amount of people is 23,961?
Wow.
Hey, y'all.
And the origin is Japanese.
Oh,
I did know that.
I didn't know that.
And other origins could be Latin or Spanish.
Okay.
And the meaning, it means door into the valley, house door, victorious and conqueror.
Oh,
Look at you.
love it.
It's a big
Conquering.
name. Okay.
Through the door in the valley.
I'm going to that Krispy
Hills and
Kreme.
valleys.
You better.
Yes, you go, girl.
Especially when the light's on. Yeah. So, Doc, U.S. popularity.
Okay, what did you look up, though? Did you look up Nikkisha?
I couldn't find
I
Nikkisha,
think
so I
so.
just did Keisha.
Okay.
So, given to 6 in every million babies.
Wow.
That name, Keisha.
Wow.
Yeah. Were you surprised? Like, because I don't really hear it much.
Right.
But I was shocked when I saw that.
Yeah.
That number. Origin is English and Hebrew,
Ooh.
meaning cinnamon, small, beautiful, cautious, and intelligent. And I think all of those words except cinnamon.
I know.
I mean, the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the way it smells.
So I'm going, now it's time to get into timbre.
Okay.
Not timbre.
Yeah.
Okay.
It translates to the meaning palm tree.
Oh, wow. And it's Palm Sunday,
Of
y'all.
course it does.
Lovely.
Its origin is Arabic, Spanish, and Hebrew. I couldn't really find any statistics on popularity in the
Okay,
U.S., so I couldn't find that. Meaning strength, endurance, and fertility. So, according to the Bible, one of the very first acts of free will exercised by man was the fact of naming, and we have been doing it ever since.
Oh.
Yep.
That's our fun fact today.
Yep.
So I have a couple
I
of
like it.
questions. So, Doc, do you ever wish your name was something different?
Maybe when I was younger, but no, not really.
You're settled into
Yeah,
it?
yes. I do have to adjust to being Dr. Nikkisha Bell-Griffin.
Oh,
That's an adjustment.
why? Girl,
I don't know. You know,
I would have the T-shirt, the cup, the Mickey Mouse
think I need to
ears.
get that.
Oh
Yes.
man, the
Mickey Mouse
shoes,
ears.
the socks, the earrings. They would be so sick of me. Be like, girl, we get it.
Get it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they'd be sick
Yeah.
of me.
It's an adjustment, but yeah.
Okay. What say you, Toya?
I don't think I ever thought about like a different name. Maybe I just would switch between the first name and the middle name, but other than that, like one year I told all my teachers my first name was Simone,
Oh, that's
and they
funny.
went with it.
And they
Oh,
went
okay.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they went with it. That's funny.
Yeah, so I was
That
Simone
one-
for one whole school year.
That is fun. I didn't know that. And I will say, I think I struggled with what to call myself at some seasons in my life because my name is Nikkisha, but no one in my family ever calls me that.
No.
Of course, when I was in school, my early years, my teachers would call me that because that's what's on my sheet. And I'm like, oh, y'all talking to me?
Right.
Okay.
Oh, it's
that's me.
official.
Oh, that's me. It's official.
That's
But as I
hilarious.
got older, like family always calls me Keisha, but then I started adapting Nikki in school.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
kind of like my friends at school called me Nikki, family called me Keisha, and then I was like, okay, I feel like two different people. I need to just go and bring this
They
together.
were two different people.
They were.
They were.
They probably were.
Nikki was
okay.
out of control.
Nikki was off the hook. But now it's kind of like I introduce myself as Nikkisha. And then some people just shorten it their safe self and be like, hey, Nikki. And I'm like, okay. And then if they hear family calling me Keisha, I'm like, hey, Keisha. So it
Yeah.
just depends,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, for me, yeah, I did not like my name for the longest.
Really?
And I think it was more so because I didn't really hear it a lot. And it's frustrating that you remember when you were young and we would go to the novelty shops and you could find your keychain and you could find a
Yeah.
cup and you could never find my name. It was always Tammy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And just the sheer pronunciation of it and having to correct people, then people getting the attitude, well, excuse me. And it's just like, but can you just respect the fact that I know what I was named.
Right.
And yes, you can pronounce it another way, but just respect the fact that this is how I pronounce it. You don't have to be upset about it. It's just, I'm just.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, my name is Toya, but people call me La Toya.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's no
not-
LA. It's
right,
not there.
right,
Never even said that to
exactly.
you. I don't know why you're adding it.
Right.
And my mom said that she just named me the Toya part because she was like, well, nobody's going to say LaToya, so I'm just going to name you Toya.
And everybody.
Backfired.
Right. Exactly. Wrong.
Yeah. Or I get Tanya sometimes too.
Now, has your parental unit ever told you that they were going to name you something different? Like your name was going to be something different than what it ended up being?
Yes.
What
and
was
thank
it?
God she didn't. So she was going to name me after my grandmother, and her name was Shirley. Now, I respect, and that's beautiful, but that's really not a name for our time. Even then, when I was growing up, I'm like, I don't know how I would have embraced. I mean, I guess
We
she
did
was
have
Cheryl.
a
I guess she
cousin
was
with that
just-
name, but we didn't even call her
Right,
that.
exactly.
We'll call you Cheryl.
Girl, see,
No.
and I don't,
Lily.
I don't even. Lily. So I mean, I guess if it was my name, I would have, I probably would have been proud just because, oh, that's my grandmother's name. But then it's like, I don't see myself.
It is an old soul name.
Yeah, it's an old soul name. So
Yeah,
I'm
and it
like,
don't
I'm kinda,
fit you.
Right. So I'm kind of glad that she went with Nikkisha. And Doris is actually a name she got from a romance novel.
Oh,
Of
Yes.
course she did.
Of course she
I
did.
love
So, yeah.
Doris.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you.
Man,
Yeah.
if I ever, well, it's not going to happen, but, if I have a child or maybe don't get offended, if I get a little doggy, but I don't like female dogs.
Oh.
So if somebody else get one and they need a name.
So you're going to tell them call it Doris.
Yeah, I like Doris.
But
I
it's
like
funny
that
because
name.
you are more of a Doris than a Nikkisha, I think.
Oh, you think
I see
so?
writer. I see. Yes, I don't know.
No, I think her name fits. It suits her. Y'all ever met someone where their name just did not fit them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? I didn't expect your name to be that.
Yeah. They just don't act like
But
Josh.
I told somebody once that their name fit them, and they kind of offended.
Really?
Like, I don't even
What's your
remember what the
name?
name was. It was something common though.
Wow.
But I was like, oh.
I know. I guess
They
you
were
don't
like, well,
like
what's
their
your name? And I said what it was, and like, your name fits you.
and I
was
find
like,
it.
oh,
well,
okay.
thank you.
Thank
Right,
you.
right.
It's my
Yeah.
name.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah, I find it a little weird that parents don't wait until give it a couple of days before you name the baby. Maybe, something that they do or they don't have a personality yet.
yeah.
But
Some people do that.
I ain't doing
my
that.
son went for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
without having a name
Really?
because I just
Oh, no.
I had to feel it. Like I feel like if you give a baby the wrong name, it just kind of sways them a little
Yeah.
bit in life. So it's like, I wonder why people don't just give it a minute. Watch
You
the
got
baby.
9 months. 9 months.
But you don't see their face.
I don't know. For me, it's not about even how they look. It's just like in my spirit, I know. Like with Leia, I had a hard time coming to a conclusion of the matter. I was like, book full of names. And I was like, what? None of these are like hitting my spirit like this is who she is. And then when I said it, I knew that was her name. So I
I
don't
did
know.
have multiple names picked out for each of the children, and then once they were born, I chose from the few names that I had.
I'm kind of glad. No offense.
Don't talk
She
about
wanted
me.
her son's name to be Tyler.
Oh yeah,
I was like, Tyler.
that's
I
still my
like
favorite
Tyler.
I mean,
name.
it's cute, but it's so not African American.
It's not.
I don't think
Oh.
so. I'm gonna look that
Tyler.
up. I mean, it's cute, but I was just like Tyler.
Yeah.
It just sounds like
Could have been
I still
baby
my favorite boy
Southside.
name.
What's Arthur?
Which is another good name. I like Arthur.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Do you remember Redhead Arthur?
No.
Arthur was a nice boy.
That was her first
Oh.
crush.
Oh, I don't remember.
He looked like Alfalfa.
He did with red hair. Okay, but anyway, continue.
Next question. And I think one of you may have been, but do you ever get mispronunciation of your name?
I did. I said.
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah. And I think we kind of went through that.
What's your mispronunciation? What do they be
Well,
saying?
some people say nah. It's not Nikkisha. It's Nikkisha. So,
Picky.
oh my God. I mean, I don't make a big deal
I'm
out
pretty
of
sure
it.
that I say Nikkisha.
I was just sitting here, you didn't see my lips moving. I was like, no.
It's not Nikkisha,
No,
it's Nikkisha. Nikkisha.
I stand
who she's talking
corrected.
about.
Yeah. But I don't make a big deal because I'm like, it's
In your
not
head
that
you do.
serious. Yeah,
I
in my
can
head
hear
I
it.
know. Yes.
Why are
I
you
do
saying
not.
it like that?
I do not. Yeah. So.
How often do you hear your name? Like other people that have your name, how often do you hear
Oh.
the
It's
actual
very rare.
Nikkisha?
Yeah, that's why I say for me it's rare. Like
Rare.
I think once I've seen someone that was spelled different, but her name was actually Nikkisha too.
Okay.
But most of the time it's Nikkisha.
Right, and
Oh,
they,
okay.
the ones that I see.
Yeah. So.
You?
What was it?
How often do you hear your name? Like other people with their name, not LaToya, but Toya.
I would say like twice a year.
Okay.
Something like that. But I work in retail, so I come across a lot of people. And when I do, I make a huge deal out of
Yeah,
it.
I'm the same way.
I had a girl yesterday. Her name was LaToya, but still, we're still in the Toya
Okay.
family.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Make a big
starting
deal.
to hear my name a lot more.
Yeah.
Like before,
Yeah.
I didn't hear it at
Yeah.
all, but now I'm starting to hear it more.
Yeah.
And actually Tamara, not Tamara.
Tamara, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say our names for like younger kids, meaning I've come across so many littles, our names, their kids, the kids' names are never Toya, Keisha, or Tamara.
No.
It's totally different names now for these. But I did meet a little girl that actually goes to my school. Her name is pronounced Keisha in English, but Kesha in Spanish.
Oh,
and she's
okay.
Spanish. So,
Like the singer.
Yeah. So but that's like the closest I've come to a younger child, person having my name or whatever. So
All right.
interesting.
Well, we've got the bad eye from cameraman, so I'm gonna wrap
yes,
it up.
Yes.
My
Wrap
last
it on up.
question. Can you share a time where something funny happened around your name?
I mean, I don't know if this is funny, but my grandmother, her whole life, thought my name was Toyo. Toyo. And I did not have the heart to correct her.
Did she call you Toya?
All my birthday cards.
How did I miss that?
And she called me Toyo, like
Oh,
Toyota.
wow.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
did not catch that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
What say you,
Yeah.
Doc?
I don't think I have anything funny. I
Nothing?
can't remember. No, I don't think I have anything. I have to think. You tell your story.
Well, for me,
She remembers. Of course she remembers. What?
The water. You drinking someone's water in the house. You don't remember this?
No.
I mean, just the way her name was pronounced that day. He had came home from a long, hard day at work. He always put a big thing of water in the fridge so it's ice cold when he got there. And she was just visiting, so she did not know that it belonged to someone else. I think it went something like, Keisha, you stupid fool. All of that. But all the brothers still remember that.
Yeah.
She was nowhere around. She was already home, didn't even know, didn't feel any of the rap.
I don't remember anybody saying that to me
Yeah.
directly. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That is funny.
well, my story. Me and my husband went to Wawa they have pizzas now, so we went to go pick up a pizza.
Okay.
And it was a mobile order. I said, well, you go pick up the order. I'm going to go get my drink. I paid. The order had already been paid for. And I see him just kind of being stern at the little counter. I'm like, what is he doing? So I get my drink, and he's standing over. He done got the pizza now, but I'm standing over, and he's just got this look on his face. We get in the car, and I'm like, what is wrong? He was like, I don't know what's going on with these young folks that's, working in these places now. I said, well, what's the problem? He's like, well, I get there, the pizza's not, he didn't have the pizza. And so I asked him, I was like, I'm here to pick up a pizza for Tamara. And he said, the young boy said, are you picking it up tomorrow? He said, are you picking it up for tomorrow? He's like, no, today. I'm picking it up today. And he's like, oh, Lord. For tomorrow? No, today. I'm picking it up today. And he's staring out the window, talking and just flapping his arms. And I'm over here just, I am crying, laughing. What's so funny? What's wrong with you? I was like, did you forget that's how people pronounce my name sometimes? He was asking you, are you picking it up for tomorrow? Like Tamara, like tomorrow.
Day, right?
And he got quiet. And he was like, dang, should I go apologize? I couldn't do, I'm just laughing. He was like, what is wrong with this boy? Why would I pick it up tomorrow? I'm here right now today. Hilarious. Hilarious.
But you would have known right away.
I knew right away what the boy meant when he said tomorrow.
Next time you pick up the pizza, okay?
I will.
Yes.
I will pick up the pizza.
Yes.
But that's all I have for names.
Thank
When
you.
he went to bed that night.
Oh, Lord.
So dumb. I don't know why she gotta be so dumb. He was so mad
that's
about
fine.
that
You be
water.
saying it all the
Yes, that was the end.
I didn't know I was the center of that story. What the heck?
Yes.
Oh, that is hilarious.
So for future reference, please don't touch the water.
Yes,
Okay, yes,
no,
I'm
no.
not
Or
gonna
at least
touch his
ask,
water.
does this water belong to
Right,
anyone?
exactly. Okay. Label the water, please.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. You said that's all you
Yes,
had
that's
to?
all I had.
Okay. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Heal With Us.
And remember, healing is a process, so take it one day at a time.
And remember that we are available across all social media platforms, all the ones, we're there. If you'd like to email us with any questions or show suggestions, you can reach out to us at healwithus3@gmail.com.
Heal with us.
Heal with us.